Good morning, everybody. Give me a moment here. I'm going to get started here. Share with you guys that we are live. Give me a moment. Just going to go into the Facebook group and post and in the chat rooms. And yeah, give me a couple minutes. Live on YouTube, doing screen share. All right, I don't know why it's doing that. All right. All right, share there. And share here. There we go. There we go. All right, so I just shared it on Facebook. Okay, so good morning, everybody. I'm going to take a look at the pre-market, see what's going on. And yeah, so some possibly good stuff going on. You can see the market starting to go up a little bit. It's still hitting some resistance. You'll see these blue lines here are angular resistance areas. And then you can see this pink area is that's the 50 SMA. So price is touching off the 50 SMA right now. So it's got to try and get above that, right? So if you're bullish on the market, you want to see price get above that. You can see the 9 and the 20 are pinching. That's a potentially good sign. So ideally, you'd like to see the 9 and 20 cross, push price up, get above the 50, and then ideally get above that 27, kind of 18-ish area. You can kind of see on the daily here, obviously looking at patterns, right? You can see kind of potentially a triple bottom. You can see there's a bottom here, bottom here, bottom here. They're not equally the same, but you know, it's price is not falling below these areas right here, but price is also in a bigger descending triangle. So a descending triangle is bearish. A triple bottom is potentially bullish. So you can see a potentially bullish pattern within a overall bearish pattern, right? So again, got to watch these candlesticks. I got to see price ideally get above that 50 SMA and then break above that 27.15 and then see if it kind of break out of this this downtrend, right? So let's take a look a little bit at oil this morning. Oil's been going up, so let's look at CL. This is crude. What the heck? Why is that not pulling up? There we go. So you can see right here, you want to see it ideally get, if it's going to break above, you want to see it get above that, kind of that $71 range, you know, that whole dollar amount. Got to watch and see. Awesome to hear, Freb. Guys, you'll hear me talking a lot to other people or commenting. Just before I get started, if you're new watching this, come over here. We have our we talk in our trading room over here, and we actually have a day trading room and a swing trading room. So if you're not a member yet, you can subscribe here. We're only $10 a month. I'm actually going to turn the chat off on this right now because our chatting is all going to be done in our trade room. So if you're watching this, guys, good morning, everyone from Florida and Arizona. So come in. We're doing all of our chat in our chat room. It's just too much to do chat on the YouTube and in our chat room. We do it for our watch list, but not for trade room, right? So you got to pay for something, right? For you guys that are trying to get everything for free, you got to pay for something. We're 10 bucks, right? Super cheap. All right, so let's take a look here. I put WTI. I was keeping an eye on it. This is an oil stock. Just kind of watching it pre-market, seeing if it's doing anything. It's kind of broaching that 750 marker. It's not doing, again, not much volume here, but it may run with oil. Got to watch and see. So I might peripherally watch that, see if it can get above that 735, then the 750. Let's take a look at the weekly. You know, again, bit overextended, but it might get a pop. Just keeping an eye on it, seeing what it's doing or what it's potentially going to do. Yeah, good point, EMW. We always preach to always paper trade, right? Paper trade meaning always paper trade, meaning if you're new, paper trade for months, make hundreds of trades. Again, we always stress and say, if you can't become successful in a paper trading account, how do you think you're going to become successful trading with real money, right? Trading with real money takes massive discipline of your emotions. And if you can't control your emotions within a paper trading account, you're not going to be able to do it with real money. You might get lucky for a little while, but, you know, over time, it's, you know, it's all about controlling your emotions, you know, so you need to practice really good discipline. All right. Next up, you can see on Trade Ideas, for those of you guys that are new that are following us, if you're not a member yet, again, over here, when you log into your account, you'll see the Trade Ideas link here. We share our Trade Ideas live screen share every morning. This is a $120 scanner. We show our live scanner every single day. So if you click on this link, you'll see our Trade Idea scanner. So I'm pulling up some plays on that. Dan did the watch list last night, so I didn't input it into my Thinkorswim this morning. Our watch list is over here. So usually when I do the watch list, it's in my Thinkorswim. So I got a delay in putting those up this morning, so into mine. But you can see over here, if you click on the watch list, you'll see right over here, Dan's watch list from last night over in here. So I'm going to look at Trade Ideas right now, and we'll see if we can get to some of those in a moment. Actually, the one Dan has on there, I'm going to pull up again, BLNK, because that's been volatile the past couple days. So we'll take a look at that one. You'll see right here, the gap still has not filled yet. So keep an eye on it. You can see that 841 area is the gap. You can see some resistance between 775 to that 840-ish area. So it may continue, right? The gap is volatile. Just got to watch it, right? It's just been really, really wacky. So, but if you're day trading, you want that volatility, right? You're a hunter of volatility. So it's one to keep an eye on, definitely, is BLNK. It is kind of holding its highs at the end of the day yesterday right here. It's selling off pre-market, but this is to be expected, right? Again, when price is in the gap, it's going to create lots of this volatility. Pattern looks ugly right now, but again, to be expected, it's in the gap. Got to watch and see if it continues up. Might sell off for a while before it turns and reverses and goes up, or it might dump. You got to watch and see, right? So BLNK, I'm going to put on peripherally and keep an eye on it, because it's going to be volatile. So it's either going to go up or go down. DCIX is on top of Trade Ideas. This is the shipping company. So you can see here, it's kind of went up. Pre-market broke out over here. Then you have this high right here of 285. All right. Good morning, Warren. So obviously with a stock like this, you know, these ones just kind of trade sideways, and then they pump up and they dump, right? So again, you know, if you're just hunting for volatility, looking to make a good scalp or something like that, this is one to keep an eye on. So DCIX is definitely one to keep an eye on to see if that continues up, right? So DCIX, I'm going to put on my list. Let's take a look here. I see QUMU. All right, QUMU. So you can see pre-market, not much volume, right? A little bit. But look, right here when I draw that pre-market high, look at where it's rejecting currently off of. Right near or right above that 200 SMA. No coincidence, right? So this is one where a lot of times, you might not see a lot of, volume or anything in the pre-market with trade ideas, and then it might at some point in the morning hit the scanner and really go up. So I'm going to put it on as a peripheral one. Looks like has some news here, so I might put it on to the side to keep an eye on. But right now it's not looking like it's doing much of anything, and it's right at this resistance area, so I got to keep an eye on it. What are you guys saying here? The DCIX float, I don't have it in front of me, but I have the shares outstanding. So you can see here, Thinkorswim has shares outstanding over here, which is usually a higher number than float. So usually the float is lower than this number, and you can see 7 million here on DCIX. So chances are the float is probably going to be lower on that for DCIX. So it's a low floater. All right, so what else here? IEC, not a lot of volume. Let me see what that one's doing. Might be getting over this area here. So IEC, you can see right here, it's right at, whoop, there you go. Look at that. So this one is starting to get a little bit of volume. It's only 5,000 volume right now, but it might be trying to break out of this. You got to look at a pattern like this. So you can see it's really messy, but it's kind of a bigger inverse head and shoulders, right? If you can kind of picture right over here, a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and then you can see this neckline over here starting to break out above that. In the pre-market at least. So got to watch and see, right? So you can see some support and resistance. Look at this. Now it's right at closer to yearly highs over here. So you can see if you can get above that 507-ish, 510 area, then you can see some resistance around 550. So there might be some volatility on that one. Keep that one on peripherally, IEC. It's still messy. It's not really... It's just kind of a couple of these candles, but one to keep an eye on, right? It's starting to gain a little bit more volume now. MVIS. So this one's pretty wacky this morning. Let's take a look here. Looks like it got some news here. So let's put a line right across here at pre-market high. You can see it's touching back at these previous areas over here. No coincidence, right? Support and resistance. And you obviously got to keep an eye on that 175-ish marker right along that 200 SMA. So keep an eye, if it breaks and holds this 160, keep an eye on 175. If it can clear 175 and then this other area, mid 180s, it might have a chance to run. Gotta watch and see. So I'm going to keep an eye on MVIS. All right. All right. So perfect example, guys. When a stock breaks, again, just for those newbies, just kind of stress it over and over and over. When a stock breaks resistance and then retest it, that becomes support. You want to see that support hold. When a stock breaks above, if there's a retest, you want to see it hold and then continue upwards, right? So let me put MVIS over here. All right, what else is popping up here? TRXC. A little bit messy right now. Let's see. Put a line right up here at pre-market high. So pre-market high, no coincidence, right? Going back to these previous areas of resistance, might have a potential pump. This must be, I wonder if this is an oil stock, part of the oil. Yeah, so keep an eye on this one here. I don't know anything about TRXC, but it might be having to do with the I can't tell here. I see some news up here. I don't know if that's related to TRXC, but keep an eye on it. It's got a bunch of volume in the pre-market, so you can see there's about 500,000 right here volume. You want to see price get above. It's kind of got a head and shoulders this pattern, a head, kind of a left shoulder. Price really right at a, you can see kind of a left shoulder in here. There was a right shoulder, failed. See if it goes back up. It's kind of a little bit choppy and all over the place right now, but it's one to definitely keep an eye on. Kind of could see almost like a triangular pattern as well if you kind of did this right here. Kind of like a symmetrical triangle. Might be trying to break out of it. So, you know, keep an eye here. See if the price can go stay out of this triangle, move upwards, and then go and break above 220. So TRXC we'll keep an eye on. Groupon, huh? GRPN. Let me remove these. All right, so let's put here. Oh, all right, let me fix that. So 565 is the pre-market high. You can see these previous peaks over in here, right around, right below $6. Might be double topping, failing. Got to keep an eye and see. Beat expectations on earnings. So let's keep this as a peripheral GRPN. So really, as of right now, guys, I think let me put this other one, WTI, on here and say WTI. Yeah, WTI is still creeping. So I'm keeping eyes on TRXC over here for see if price can stay out of this symmetrical triangle, move up, see if it can break that 220 area, see if it gets a pump, right? MVIS. So here you want to see if it, now you got this pre-market higher 169. So now you can see prices moving up right here. You have that 169, it's pulling back. You can see, be very well aware of that 200 SMA around 175. So see if this kind of bull flags and goes and breaks above it, or if it falls, right? You can see this 158 is a pre-market support. 170, you want to see it if you're going to be bullish on it, get above that 175 and hold. If you can get above that 175, there's definitely some room for it to go, right? It might be setting up here. So MVIS, MVIS, TRXC, and then DCIX, all right? Shipping company, I believe. So again, you know, it's a pump and dump, right? Kind of tough to call support and resistance on this when it's just doing nothing for a while. So you want to see if price can go and get above that 285. See if it can break above 3 and see if it gets a pump. And WTI oil stock, bit overextended, but you know, again, see if this one gets a pump. You can kind of see almost an ascending triangle. You can see not a lot of volume here right now, but it might be setting up, right? You can see kind of a little bit of a stair step here, not much going on, but if it breaks above 750, you want to see 750 hold. So if this pops and it breaks above, if it retests 750, you want to see it hold and continue upwards. So right now, yeah, so those are the ones I'm looking at for right now. Groupon's kind of fading. BLNK, lots of volatility. So you got to see it's selling off right now, but it's in the gap. Got to see what it does. This one, MVIS. Right here, it's failing the 9 right now, so see if it gets above and goes. So give it a couple minutes here, wait for the pre-market or for the market to open, and we will see what happens. Just waiting for the market to open, guys. Just so you guys see, I have like peripheral screens up like this, and I'll put stocks in these areas to watch. I have 2 of these screens up, so that's where when you see me looking over to the side, I'm looking at other screens and just kind of seeing the setups and seeing what's happening. This is somebody posted this in the trade room. AMDA. Let me see. Oops. Here we go. Look at MVIS right over here. See if that's going to fail the moving average lines or if it's going to pop up and the 9 pushes it up. BLNK might be moving up. Let's take a look here. So watch this again. Volatility. It's in the gap. See if price can get above the moving average lines and start pushing it up. Yeah, DCIX is selling right off right now. Looks like TIK is hitting trade ideas. Wow, look at that one, huh? I don't see any news right now on it. Obviously a previous pump and dump, right? See if we can get above that $4 range, right around there. Again, newbies, careful trading this, right? Lots of, very difficult for risk management on a candle like that. TRXC. It is breaking out of that symmetrical triangle. Let's see if it can continue upwards and break above that 220 marker. Man, QUMU is moving up, huh? Let me see here. QUMU from the pre-market. Moved right up. See that? Really kind of crazy pattern. Boom. Huge candle up. Now you got to be careful with this, right? See if I mean, it's pretty crazy right now. But it's moving up. Watch for some potential resistance around $3. Maybe that 320s range as well. TRXC might be going to break right here. See if it can get above 220 and hold. It's rejecting as we speak. So at this point, you want to see price get above 220. Very important area. So this is a pre-market resistance. If you're bullish on this, you want to see it get above 220 and then hold. It's pulling back a lot as we speak. See if it bull flags. All right. Here's a big 5-minute candle here. Went up, rejected at 220, pulled right back down. Now you want to kind of see it, make sure it also gets above that 215 area right here. You can see it's touching off that right now. You want to see it get above here and then go and break above 220. WTI is breaking 750 as we speak. Here we go. Want to see it stay above 750, so you want to see the 9 push price above 750. If the retest holds, you want to see it hold and continue upwards. So right here, watch it for retest, or if it breaks above 756 and continues. So see if it bull flags on a 1 minute and goes up, or if it fails. Pulling back a little bit now. You're in the live trading room IPO. If you're typing in the trading room, you're in the trading room. But if you're looking for screen share, then someone posts just the YouTube link for them. See right here, you want to see it break above here, 756. You want to see it can hold and continue upwards. You want to see this 9 catch up and push price up. DCIX just totally reversed. Now that's up over $3. See if $3 can hold. So BLNK is breaking high of day. WTI is still moving. So WTI, DCIX are moving. So now at this point, you can see high of day right at there at the 5-minute candle here. You ideally want to see it hold and go up. Many a times it'll give back half the candle or so, maybe bull flag before it goes up, or it dumps. So you can see that 750 to 761 range. You can see right here, price is right in the middle of that. DCIX is still moving. Let me take a look at that one. So DCIX went and broke pre-market high, moved up. You can see now it's kind of pulled back right here with these wicks. Gets a little bit of volatile. You want to see it get above and stay above that kind of that 308 area and not fade. MVIS might be moving up. Let me see here. A little choppy. Might be kind of a bull flag here. You got to wait and see if price can hold this line right here, go and break above, and see if it can break that 169 area. So see if this is a bull flag and goes to break above that 169 pre-market high, or and see if it rejects off here. Things are a little bit choppy right now, guys. I'm just looking at the patterns here. Let's take a look at WTI again. Struggling right here on that 760s. area. So it's kind of caught right in this range right here. You want to see if you're bullish on it. You want to see it hold that 9, not fail it, but it might be retesting 750. See if it bounces or if it fails. Right now, quite a few of these patterns are kind of bearish right now, kind of selling off. Yep, Tops is hitting. That's another shipping company. I'll take a look at that one in a second here. Another pump and dump stock. Oops, Tops. TOPS. Yeah. A little bit choppy. You want to see it get above that 190 marker, right? BLNK is selling off right now. Just everything's kind of a little bit messy. Let me see DCIX again. Got to be careful of this choppiness, guys, right here. Groupon might be broaching high of day. Let me see about Groupon. See if it can get above this break high of day right here. Continue upwards. You can see some resistance right here around 550. So ideally, you would want to see, if you're bullish on it, a 9 and 20 crossover price to get over that 535. You can kind of see right here. Draw the triangle right here. Right here. And you can kind of see, kind of like that right here, kind of a triangle area. Price is right in the middle here. See if it can get above that 535, push up. You can see some resistance over here. Just keep an eye on it. Everything else is not really looking great right now. Tops again. Let me take a look at Tops. Tops really messy right now. ARWR, let me see that one. That one's hitting trade ideas. You can see right here, you want to see it hold that $9 area. So see if this is going to kind of bull flag here, or if it's just going to completely fade and fall down. It's pulling back as we speak. You can see this 960 high. Let me see. Let me get this back up. Right here. Tweezers, tops, right? Bearish pattern. So watch, like intraday, daily. We teach you guys this about these patterns and reversals. When you see something like this, this is where the shorts might be coming down. You know, coming in, short it back down to the moving average lines, and then you got to see, are the bull or the bears going to stay in control, or the bull's going to come back in and push it back up. This long candle wick here obviously creates volatility. So when you see this big candle wick on a 5-minute, you're going to see tendency for volatility over here on the 1-minute, right? So on this one, looks like over raise from overweight to neutral. Let me look at the daily chart. So yeah, it's kind of breaking out here. You can see this previous high right over around that 936 area right here, right? So again, what happens over here on the daily translates over into here, right? So this was a big kind of cup and handle, broke out, and now you got to see if it's going to continue upwards or fade. ACET, I think that was on from a few days ago. Might be a big cup pattern. You can see some resistance over here. This one of my alerts just went off. It went red to green. It's a little bit choppy right now. With this one right here, you can see the top of that gap right around that 328. So see if that continues to go up. I don't really like it right now. Sino halted. Let me see. I don't see it halted yet. Let's take a look at Sino. So I want to see it right here, that 144-ish area. Want to see it get above right here, that 144 area. You can see 166 resistance. Sino is hitting trade ideas. It's a low floater shipping company. Selling off right now, right? So with something like this, watch, be aware of these gaps here. See if price can go, continue upwards, and then obviously get above the gap. See if it fills it. As of right now, it's super choppy, right? Groupon again. Let's take a look over here. You can see price is smack dab right in the middle of that symmetrical triangle. See if it can go and break out of it. Be aware of angular resistance right in these 540s to 550 range. And let me look at MVIS. So C right here, it's kind of got this symmetrical-ish triangle. See if it can break out. MVIS, I think, is very similar right now. So you can kind of see here. Draw kind of a trend line right here. Right there, right? Kind of in the middle of a triangle now. See if this can go and break out. So see if it can break out of that upper resistance area right here. Angular resistance around the 160s and break out and then break 169, or see if it falls. It's all about finding these patterns, guys, right? Find them on the daily, then find them intraday, and then, determine, again, watch those support resistance levels, protect yourself, have good risk management, tight risk management. Ideally, you don't want to be buying at the tops of major candles. Wait for pullbacks, right? Buy at support, sell at resistance. So ideally here, you'd like to see the 9 push up, right? You can see the 9 is over the 20 right now, but ideally at this point, if you were to see a breakout, you want to see the 9 push up and push price like this. Just imagine this blue line, the 9 EMA, push price out, right? Not like this, trade sideways. You want to see it push up and break out. Lone Wolf is talking about go-go. Let me take a look at that one. Go-go. So you can see some support here right around 505. Might be forming a bullish Harami pattern, right? See if it holds and can continue upwards. You can see some resistance around the 584-ish, so you want to see it get above that, right? You want the 9 to catch up, push it above. Still got a little bit of ways. Got to watch. Keep an eye out. MU is ripping. Let's take a look at MU. There we go. So let me remove these drawings. So you can see high of day on MU is just below 50 bucks. No coincidence, right? Whole and half dollar amounts. Kind of went up, bull flag, right at the 50. You can see some resistance, 51.45. See if price continues up. See if it can move, break above 50. Be aware of 51.45 and then that 52 area resistance if you're to keep an eye on it. Warren, you're watching DCIX. Yeah, the pattern's still not looking great to me right now. WTI is breaking out. Let's go look at WTI. It's WTI now. You can see. There we go. So watch if it retests 765 and holds and continues upwards. Is Trade Ideas stuck? Let me see. I didn't even notice. Trade Ideas, I don't think it's stuck on my end, guys. Is there something wrong with my join.me? Can you guys not see it? Shoot. Sorry, guys. Sometimes technology doesn't work very well because I don't see it stuck on my end. Guys, can you tell me, is Trade Ideas, you guys can't see it on my end? Someone's saying, guys, for those who are watching, they might not be able to see Trade Ideas. Right here, watch, see if this holds and goes and breaks above. Is this going to be a bull flag and go up, or is it going to retest and fall? Got to watch and see kind of this cup pattern. Is it going to turn a handle and break out? Got to watch and see. Let's go back over here. It's got some room to run. WTI, again, oil stock. Again, remember, overbought, right? Really overbought on the hourly, on the weekly, actually, and on the daily. Thinkorswim does have shares to short. It's easy to borrow, so if there is a reversal that forms at some point, they do have shares to short. My join.me is broken. Ah, dang it. Dan, can you do me a favor? Can you go in and update it with your join.me? Guys, it looks like our screen share is broken on join.me. Can you put on Trade Ideas on your screen, Dan? And then have you guys just go back in and redo it. Now it's failing right here. It's testing right here. You want to see that hold. You don't want to see this. All right? See if it bounces and gets back up or if it fails. For anybody that keeps asking, yeah, there you go. Join.me. Guys, if you're watching this, thanks, Dan. Dan just posted the new Trade Ideas link in the trade room. So there must be something wrong with my join.me for whatever reason. All right, so Groupon might be trying to break out. So right here, you can see it's right at angular resistance. Is it going to break out? If it can get above that 540s, then see 550, see if it can break above that. Yeah, DCX is just selling off. There you go, breaking out of here, right? Now watch if it retests that 540 area or if it just goes. So now you want to again see price get above 550. If it can get above 550, be aware of 565 resistance. BLNK is broaching VWAP. See if it can get above VWAP right here. It's in the gap. Remember that, guys. Super volatile right now, right? BLNK, see if it can get above VWAP and get above and continue up, or see if it just fades. Jag, I'll take a look at LC for you. That's actually looking really nice right now. It's riding the 9, right? So this is one Jag was asking in the trade room, I put it right about that 350s range right here. So see these previous peaks over here, going back over here. So you want to see it get above that 50 SMA marker right here. Kind of just put a line right at high a day, right? High a day, no coincidence, pulling back at high a day right at the 50 SMA. So no coincidence, right? So if you're bullish on this, you want to see price hold this 9 EMA, continue upwards, break above, and then ideally get above the 350s and that 352-ish range. Right now it's fading. WTI is breaking or broaching high of day right here. Keep an eye on it. Might be doing a flat top, right? Might be going to break out above that 770. So watch it or see if it fades. Still held that 9, even when as it rejected over here, still held the 9 on the 1 minute. See if it can get above 770. If it can get above 770, you want to see the retest hold. Right here, it's testing it. Can it get above and hold? It's touching it right now. You ideally want to see that 9 catch up, push price up over that 770 and see that area hold. Again, when a stock breaks resistance, that resistance then becomes support, and you want to see support hold and continue up if you're bullish on it. There we go. See, it's touching, right? So you have 1 touch, 2, 3, 4. Is it going to get up and hold, or is it going to fail? Good job, Warren. Nice win. Still struggling at that 770 area. Lots of bearishness right now, guys. Groupon is broaching 550 though. See if it can get above 550 area. Let me see. So now it's broaching that 550. Can get price get above that 550 breakout, and then obviously be aware of 565. Let me take a look at NCTY. That's all over Trade Ideas. That one really flew, huh? NCTY, I think it is halted right now. So let me remove these drawings. This area right here, see if it can get above that 329 marker right here. See that previous wick right over here, right around that 330 area? This one just kind of blew right out. See if it can pop up and continue, but obviously, again, newbies don't chase something like this. It's so crazy. The spreads are awful right now. If it does continue, wait for a pullback. There you go with WTI. Let me see. WTI breaking above 770. Now you want to see that retest hold. TRXC is broaching right now, maybe a breakout. Let's see, right here. Is it going to break above 220 or is it going to form a triple top failure? See that? Top over here, top over here, top over here. WTI is right at 770 again. See if it can hold and continue up. Or see if it fades right here, TRXC. Want to see it, if you're bullish on it, get above that 220 and hold. Right? So you have a peak here, peak here, peak here, lower than these two, and it's struggling. You want to see that 9 EMA catch up, push price up above that 220. Let me look at WTI again still. See if it can hold the 9. It's failing it now, so see if it bounces like it did over here, or see if it starts to close below it and show some weakness. Again, it's got some room to go. It is overextended, so got to keep an eye on it. On the weekly over here, overextended on the weekly. But again, it can still continue to go. Just be aware of it. Be aware of that it is overextended. Now again, it's failing the 9. So see if it gets a bounce or if it starts to fail. You can see price went and broke these areas, went up right here, broke out a little bit. It just broke a little bit, then retested, starting to fail, right? Support and resistance, all about support and resistance. DCIX might be trying to push high a day. Let me see here. Kind of a big kind of cup base being formed here. Be aware of these areas of resistance. Nice job, Fred. Great job. TRXC is still struggling to break out. It's still holding, but it's definitely still very choppy, right? You want to see this 9 catch up, push price up. You want to see it catch up, push it up over the 220 area. Again, be aware of a top over here, top over here, top over here. So you could even call it triple top or kind of a head and shoulders, right? So you can see that right shoulder was less than the left shoulder. Yeah, Trading in the Zone, Freb, is a great book. And NCTY, blowing up trade ideas. So here we go. So now at this point, you can see very crazy here. At this point, you want to see it get above that 350 and break out. But look at these candles. For any of you guys that are newbies, you can see this and be like, okay, this might be a good pattern to get in on. But also be aware of 340 down to 280. That's a 60-cent 1 minute candle. 350 down to 286, right? What's that, 64 cents? So again, you got to be careful of your risk management on these low float stocks. Actually, I don't even think it's low float. NCTY is not really a low floater. It's borderline. So TRXC might be still going. Let's see. Again, struggling right here, touching a previous support area. See if it can hold that 9 EMA. Still hasn't been a close below the 9. So it might be trying to make a push or it might fail. Possibly, Kevin. You also got to be aware of that previous resistance on DCIX, or the high of day at 324. So you can see, yeah, good call with the cup and handle, but also be aware of that top of that cup could also extend up to the 324 area. TRXC again. Oh, here we go. So see if the 9 can push up. Again, we have 1, 2, 3 tests up here. A fourth test, right? See if it can go and it can break out. That 220 area, really important resistance area. Dun, 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 dun. And see this wick over here for any of you newbies on the 5-minute. This wick right here, we try to keep telling you guys, this wick creates the volatility over here. You can see it's broaching 220. Is this going to be a breakout or is it going to fail? Kind of see basically it's almost like an ascending triangle as well. So you can see almost an ascending triangle, kind of a triple top or a head and shoulders. So you have patterns within patterns. But the important thing is, if you're bullish on it, you want to see it get above 220 and hold. DCIX is broaching that $3 area it's trying to. It's got the handle within a cup and handle, but it still has the peak of that cup at the 324. So as you guys can see, again, there was a peak over here, right? So in the pre-market, you can see this one extended forward over here. Then it went up to this area of 220, right? Then you can see that candle wick over here translates to the volatility over here, and that 5-minute candle is stuck right between this previous one candle peak and this one up here, and now you have that kind of doji, right? That doji spinning top. Now is it going to fail or is it going to break above? Nice job, Lone Wolf. So I think Lone Wolf may have just got this quick scalp here on DCIX. I'm assuming, Lone, if you got in, did you get in at the break of this 1-minute candle here and sell at the peak of this one? So you got in the break of 294 at the peak of 317. So Lone Wolf looks like he had a decent trade. So right here, if you took a quick scalp, break of that 1-minute candle right here, sold at the peak, yeah, that could have been a decent trade. Now be aware of, again, 324 resistance. You got in at 285, Lone? Is this going to bull flag and go up? Watch this 324. Watch if this bull flags and continues or if it fails. TRXC is over 220 now. So now, very, very important. It is over 220. Now it needs to hold. You want to see this hold and continue up if you're bullish. If you can see over here, there was no close below the 9, so that's a good sign. Nice job, Heat. Here we go. TRXC, see if it goes. Lots of volume over here on the 1 minute. Now 220, very important support level now. So it broke resistance, very important support. Ideally, you want to see that 9 on the 1 minute catch up. Same thing on the 5 minute. And let's see if we can see some resistance over here. Let me go to the hourly. It's got some room. Be that 240, probably 240 to 250 range right here, these previous areas. So watch 240 to 250 potential resistance. WTI is still moving. So WTI, want to see it hold that 774 area, see it continue to move up. Again, be aware that it's overextended. Go back to TRXC over here. So now again, just looking at stuff, when this goes and it breaks out, right? Breaks out over here. So it broke above the 220. Goes up here, starts to pull back. Super normal, happens all the time. Now you want to see, will it fail support or will it bull flag, hold, and continue upwards? If you're bullish on it, you want to see the breakout happen, pull back, bull flag, 9 catch up, push price up for continuation. Yeah, look at that. DCIX did reject right at high a day. It's pulling back handle now. Now let's see if it crashes or it continues. Looks like it's pulling back. TRXC, is it going to hold right here and push up, or is it going to fail? Retesting now. Failing. Will it bounce and stay above, or will it just dump? It's dumping. Touching off the 9 EMA on the 5 minute now. Is it going to push back up, or is it going to fail? WTI is still holding. Just want to show you guys, see what happens over here, right? Now it closed below the 9 on the 1 minute. It's failing support. Touchdown here. Now it's going to retest again. At this point, it's not looking good. We can go back to that one. Let's look at WTI. WTI still stair-stepping up and continuing. Now you want to see it stay above that 5 minute candle right around that 778. Let me just remove these drawings. Right here. So let's see if it can continue up. You want to see that 9 stay up, catch up with that the 9 and the 1 minute, catch up the price, have it continue upwards. Again, overextended. Got to keep an eye on it. Use that 9 as a guide. Still far away from the 9 on the 5 minute, so be very well aware that it's Be aware that it's very overextended right now. Might want to pull back at some point. You could easily pull back right down in these areas over here, right here in between. Let's take a look at a couple others that's coming on Trade Ideas. NOG. Approaching high a day here. Look for a potential break. Oops, not working there. So on this one right here, if you were looking at NOG, if it continues above high of day, be aware right around that 230s range of some resistance. Let's look at SOGO is pulling up on Trade Ideas. Let's see some gaps over here. So you can see it's getting above that 889 marker. You can see there's a gap on the daily over here between 914 and 921. So see if this one continues. Be aware, see if it goes and fills that gap or if it rejects. WTI is still holding. Let's go back. WI is still holding, did not close below the 9. See if it holds at 778 area and continues up. Watch the retest. If the retest fails, watch and see if it holds the 9 EMA. All right, here we go. Retesting. See if it holds. I'm going to see it get above that 781 marker. So if you're bullish on it, you want to see it hold this area, push above 781, and continue. If it fails right here and hits the 9, you want to see the I9 EMA hold. Still holding. See if the 9 can push it up above 781. See if this retest of the 9 EMA fails or if it holds. You can easily pull back to the 9 EMA in the 5 minutes, so be aware of that. See if it's going to hold the 9. So you can see price dipped below. See if it holds, forms a hammer, and continues up, or see if it fails. Yeah, I know, Fossil. I want to pull up Fossil right now, but I'm just keeping an eye on WTI, see what happens. For anybody that's listening, FOSL has been hitting trade ideas. I'm going to pull it up in a minute. Just want to see what happens here with WTI. Showing some weakness as we speak. Got to see if it continues down. You can see some support right around that. Right in between here. If it can't, let me try. Yeah, let me pull up Fossil. Fossil is in Fuego. Let me see. Go to the hourly. So you got that really big resistance right around that 1806 area. Good draw. Trend line right here. So as you can see, higher lows are being made. You can see it's getting overextended, but keep an eye on it. See if it can get above 1806 area. Go to the daily. Again, broaching overextended on the daily, but it might break out. You can kind of see here a big inverse head and shoulders. You can see a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. So it might be forming an inverse head and shoulders breakout. If that can break above, it's definitely got some room to run. You can see some, what is that gap on the daily? Let me go to it. Zoom in. Right here, there's a gap on the daily, so be aware of this one right here between that 2106 to 22 range. So be aware of that $21 resistance. So again, if it breaks 18, you ideally want to see that 1806 area hold. So you can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. If it can break above that neckline, also be aware of there's some other resistance right at that 1850 area, that peak of this previous candle. Let me zoom in here. Right in here. Be aware of that 1850 range as well. If it can get above that 1806 and 1850, then be aware of that gap on the daily. And good old WTI. Let's go see. WTI, guys, for those who've been following, I keep showing you guys, still no close below the 9 EMA yet on the 1 minute. So is this going to be a bull flag on a 5 minute for a breakout? If I zoom in, it's kind of bull flagging on the 5 minute. See if this can hold this 9 right EMA right here. See if it holds. It's still holding. Is it going to hold and break out over 781? Kind of have that flat top forming on the 1 minute. So you got a bull flag on a 5 minute, kind of a flat top on a 1 minute. Both bullish patterns, but it can fail, right? Patterns fail all the time. Got to watch and see. You can also see kind of a tweezer tops almost on the 5 minute. So this one could go either way at this point. But these flat tops cause lots of volatility, right? So you got to be aware of that. See if this 774-ish range can hold right around that 20 EMA. If that 774 range holds, watch if it can hold the 5 minute 9 EMA. If it can hold that, then it might have another potential entry. So watch if it does like a hammer or so, like it did over here, and continues up. So it might be just pulling back, or it might be failing. So as you can see, now you're getting your close below the 9 EMA right now. That's a potentially bearish sign. Now you got to watch the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. Let me take a look at NOG again. So NOG right now is caught right in between that 220s to 230s range right here, right? It's kind of gapped up. It's caught in between here right now, and it's, you know, struggling right around that 221-ish range or so. So see if it can continue upwards. But again, beware of the 230s range of resistance. Go back to WTI. So again, just watching this. This is a slow grinder, right? High float stock, slow grinder. Is it going to bull flag and continue up, or is it going to fail? It's kind of caught in between this channel right now, right? It did hold that 20, but now you want to see it. Now it's just broaching above the 9, but as you can see, the 9 EMA and the 20 are trading sideways right now, so it's got to choose a direction. And BLNK out of nowhere popping up. BLNK, this one right over here, is crossing over VWAP. See if it can hold. You can see high of day around that 565 marker right at that 200 SMA. So pumped up, coming right back down. Fossil still slowly grinding up. Super overextended. Watch what happens at that $18. Right here, you have that doji. Right here, right around that 1791. See if it's going to break above that or if the shorts are going to come in. Yeah, iron, it all depends on whether you're doing more of like, if you're looking to just get in and out really quickly, the 1 minute is really good for scalping really quickly. And exactly, the 5 minutes good for grinders if you want to hold it a little bit longer. So you can see this doji on the 5 minute. Is it going to form an evening star and pull back, or is it going to break above that 1791 and continue? Here's Dan's chart on HMNY. God, his charts are so hard to read. Let me see if I can pull it up on Thinkorswim. Dan is way more technical than I am. So if you want all the techie stuff, watch Dan. I am not as techie as Dan is. Let me see. HMNY. Ouch. Oh, this poor stock. Anybody that's bag holding this piece of garbage. There it goes, right? Right here. I mean, I don't even know if it's been lower than that. Let's see. Oh. Ouch. I mean, timber, right? Piece of garbage. Guys, that's what you got to be very aware of, these Small cap stocks, they're pump and dumps, right? But I'm sure there are a ton of people crying at all this pump and on all this dump. Be aware of this stuff, right? Stocks like that, stocks like CAN, which is a pot stock, right? CANN. Just be aware of the pumps and the dumps, right? Pump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. Again, this one could easily get pumped very soon. It might be setting up these pot stocks. And by the way, real quickly, WTI is fading as we speak. So let me zoom in here. So now it's fading. Let's see if the 9, you want to see if you're bullish on this. See the 9 on the 5-minute hold. You've already had kind of 1, 2, this is the third pullback. See if it holds and price continues, or see if it starts fading and falling, failing the moving average lines. I do like to pull up charts on several different things for you guys. So going back here, for those of you guys who are Bitcoin lovers, just take a look at the Bitcoin chart. You can see it's has a big inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but you have a double top over here. You could also see a double bottom over here, right? So there is a potential bullish sign over here. You got to be aware of that 10,000 resistance. If it can break 10,000, be aware of that, those double top resistance over here, right around that 11.5. Major resistance to overcome, but it might get a push. It is holding that 9 or trying. It's struggling around there, so see if it pushes up. WTI is still failing. So now WTI, as you can see, it's failing the moving average lines. Watch VWAP right over here at that 765. Now you're getting a 5-minute close below the 9. That's not good. See if it holds or if it's going to continue falling. Let me see. MXWL is hitting trade ideas. MXWL. So MXWL is hitting trade ideas right now. You can see some resistance. Let me remove these drawings. Over here, you can see some resistance. Again, be aware, look at all these pump and dump, all these wicks all over the place. So price went up right over here. See that 586 area went up, hit it, rejected, fell back down. Chart's a little bit messy right now. Is it BLNK trying to make a move? Let's see. BLNK, it's still in that gap, right? Right in the gap area. Still lots of volatility. Might be trying to push up. If you can see if it can get above that high a day, that 565. See if it can make a push up. Look at that. WTI might be still trying to hold. Got to see. So see if this 5-minute was a fake out over here or see if it continues. You can see over here, this is the previous trend line from this morning. Kind of see over in here, right? So it's right at it right now. See if we can get back above it. Or if it rejects, see, there you go. 780. That was on the 1 minute, but if you can see on the 5 minute, and over here, it's kind of holding it, right? So just it's all depending where you draw your trend lines now, or depending whether you're just kind of doing 1 minute or 5 minute chart. On the 5 minute, it's still holding that trend line. 1 minute, it faded, fell back down. Right here, buyers came back in, pushing it up. So now you got to see what happens up in these areas. There you go. WTI, is it going to break? Touching that 781 area. I think Dan is saying that it has room to run, Jag. I don't think he's saying that it's going to go to 10. I think he's saying there might be some room to it. Because if you look at WTI, let's take a look at the daily. So it's breaking yearly highs on the daily. Let me see. Weekly. Let's see these areas. Let me see. Let me go back over here. Yeah. Again, there are no guarantees with anything, but it's got some room to run. You can see some of these resistance areas right back here. Ah, come on. Let me go back. Again, be aware that it's very overextended. $10.69 is a resistance. And then right in these areas, I mean, it's, where is this? 822. I mean, there's definitely resistance all in this area right in here. So, got to watch. I'm going to shut down in a few minutes, guys. I got to get a massage today. I got back issues. So, I'll give you guys another 5 or 10 minutes more. The replays will be up, so you guys will be able to catch the replay of this in a little bit. Right here, see right here, trying to hold that 781-ish marker, see if it can get above and hold. Yeah, I'll take a look at SHLD in a second. It's popping up on Trade Ideas. Let me see. SHLD hitting Trade Ideas. Wow, big pop. Sears Auto Sender teams with Amazon. it's really popping up. A little bit crazy right now for you. Not liking it right now. It's a little bit all over the place right now, so I'm just kind of, I'm seeing double of my charts, and I didn't sleep well last night, guys. I'm super tired, so I'm going to shut down in a minute. Gonna go get a massage. Gonna come back. It's a nice day out today. It's about I think mid to upper 70s gonna be. So it'll be a nice day. Take a nap, come back. We'll do the watch list for you guys later. So yeah. So keep an eye on, let's see, this WTI. Let's go back to that a second. So for those of you guys watching WTI, again, be aware it's very overextended at the moment. Watch these areas right here. If you want to see it continue, you want to see it get above the 780s marker, want to see it hold the 770s area. So you can see maybe it'll, you know, my trend lines are out in the future here, so it might pull back right here to the 770s range. See if it holds and continues. Got to keep an eye on it. Again, high float stock can be a grinder. So for those of you guys still watching and hanging out, again, we are only $10 per month. If you want to click subscribe over here, $10 a month. We're the cost of a Netflix payment. Again, guys, comparing, if you're looking at other places or you've looked at other trade rooms, we would argue and say you're not going to find the value that we give away for $10 a month. You know, we're showing you support and resistance all day long, teaching you. So if you're new and you're watching, you could be like, oh, wow, this is a lot, or is it boring? Like all he's doing is he's calling out charts and support and resistance. That's all he keeps doing. It's a lot. It could be boring, could be overwhelming. That's trading, right? Welcome to the world of trading. If you care about seeing where I'm getting in and out, like right now, I'm all focusing about teaching you guys. I don't give a crap about trading right now. I'm trying to teach you guys. That's what we're about. We're not trying to be heroes and try to make some, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, not throwing hate anywhere else, but we're sitting here showing you guys support and resistance all day long. You've looking about an hour and a half of just support, resistance, looking at the market, looking at charts. This is trading. This is what you do every single day, right? If you're a day trader, this is how you're day trading, right? Trying to scalp 10, 15, 20 cents, stuff like that. If you're a swing trader, you're looking at charts doing the same thing on a slower scale, right? So again, this is what we're all about every single day, teaching and showing you guys this stuff. And I'd argue that you're not going to find, especially for $10 a month, all that we're giving you, showing you guys replays, all that good stuff. Again, we have a day trading room, swing trading room. We have thousands of dollars worth of courses over here. I mean, thousands, guys. We could easily, very simply, take all of these courses right here, remove them off of YouTube, make fancy banners, and start charging you, right? $1,000 for a day trading course, $1,000 for a swing trading course, $1,000 for options course, or give you a package deal. Hey, you know, mark it up to $4,000, give you 25% off, give you a package deal, $3,000 for our courses. Easy. So simple, right? You can totally do that. We're not, maybe someday we will, you know, who the heck knows? But as of right now, all of our courses for free. Take the next few months and learn about them. Candlesticks course, right? We have a basic one and an advanced one. We're teaching you all about these candlesticks patterns and how to trade them. Candlesticks are the most important part of trading. None of this stuff matters. Day trading, swing trading, none of it matters unless you know candlesticks, right? We have this members only section over here, our members only videos. As you can see, on top of all of our courses, we have all of this exclusive private members content, right? We just keep it simple, right? Nothing fancy over here. We could easily go in and make this all fancy, make banner ads, all that kind of stuff, but we haven't done that. At some point, we're probably going to redo our website, but we haven't done it yet. Again, trade ideas link. We share that every morning by 9 o'clock, so you just click on it. If you're not familiar with us or haven't been in, you'll see trade ideas. There you go. See, Dan updated it right over here. And yeah, so every morning by 9 a.m. we post it over here. Click on the link. When you see the link updated, click on it and you can watch our live trade ideas screen share. That scanner is $120 a month. Pretty much everything you've heard me talk about and show this morning is popped up on trade ideas, right? Use our screen share for now. And then we eventually, when you have the budget, we recommend picking up your own copy of trade ideas. It's nice because you could tweak it yourself, but you know, don't pay for it until you can afford it. You know, don't just buy something just to buy it. Make sure that you have the funds to do it. And then each night we do the watch list and trade alerts. A few times a week we do the videos to basically show you guys, same thing over and over and over again, support and resistance in what we're watching, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much what I've got for you guys. Again, to give a little plug for Market Club. Market Club is a tremendous scanner for swing trading, options trading, about half the cost of trade ideas. That is a scanner that we like to use, really good. They have a 2-week trial over here. We get you a 15% discount on trade ideas. Sometimes trade ideas gives higher discount codes. So just, hey, we appreciate it. Again, we keep costs down for you guys. So if you click on our link here or the link below in the video, click on trade ideas. If trade ideas has a better discount, use their discount code. If you click on our link, they track it. It helps us grow as a community, right? So yeah, so that's what I've got for you guys today. The replay will be up on YouTube in a little while. Go back and watch it. You can see over here. We'll go over to YouTube. That's another thing I want to share with you guys. So if you're not a subscriber yet of our YouTube, make sure you click subscribe. But also, very importantly, if you are a subscriber, make sure you click the notification bell over here, because I see a lot of people asking, hey, when are you guys going live? Are you going live? You'll see this live now button, as you can see right over here. But if you're not subscribed, or if you don't have the notification bell, then you won't see this. So very important. Make sure you not only subscribe, but also click the notification bell, because that will let you know when we go live, and you'll know when we go live, right? We have our playlist over here. You can see all of this massive amounts of content, and you can see over here screen shares.
Hey guys and gals.
We have a few right over here. So we've been posting our replays, right? If you guys really want to learn, this is trading, right? You have about, what is that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 hours worth just in 4 streams right here of replays. So again, not only are we doing all this stuff and showing you guys this, we're giving you the replays to go back and rewatch it. So many times, again, we're doing the watch list right here, all the watch list videos right here, whole bunch of replays
with this clever
watch list videos, all of these, right? Tons of watch list videos, and then now the screen sharing. So again, for you guys that are not subscribers, we're $10 a month. We will not be doing this price forever. Right now, if you look down over here, you will see the live screen sharing is not a part of our membership. So right now we're doing live screen sharing, and it's not part of our $10 or $99 plan. So I don't know how long we will continue to do it for $10 a month, but those who are paid members for $10 a month, again, we're always trying to take care of those who follow us. So if you're paying $10 a month, we're not going to screw you guys. If we do raise our rates, we'll grandfather you in. So again, very simply, we're going to give it, our intentions to keep doing more screen sharing. Those that are $10, you guys, or $99 for a year, you guys will be taken care of. But at some point, we may decide to raise our rates for screen sharing. Again, if you guys look at what other services charge for what we're doing here, especially with screen sharing. You're looking at $150, $200 a month. If you're looking at adding on options and options alerts and all of that stuff, there's other services out there that do options alone and options alert services for $300 a month, right? So you're looking $150 to $300 a month for everything that we offer, and we're charging $10. Why? We're just doing something different, right? We may raise our prices down the road. We'll see. If everything keeps going the way it is now, we have lots of growth, everybody's happy, we may keep things at $10, or we may decide to change it. So long story short, become a member. You'll get all this good stuff. Again, all of our chat rooms, all that good stuff, trade alerts, whole bunch of good stuff for you guys. So hopefully this helped you, this video, and happy trading for the rest of the day. And go out and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go take a nap, get a massage. Later, guys.